What is idiocracy? To put it simple, it is a society that is controlled or populated by people of low intelligence. How does a society like this looks like? I'd argue that the best view of such society is depicted in the movie Idiocracy. The movie starts with Corporal Joe Bowers, average American citizen, librarian in the army, which is selected for a top secret hibernation program, but it is forgotten and left to awaken in a future so incredibly moronic that he is easily the most intelligent person alive, as only low IQ people had multiple babies without a care in the world, while the high IQ people had one baby or no babies at all due to diverse concerns, such as global warming, economic future, wars. The overall IQ of the population slowly declined year over year, reaching moron and even imbecile levels. With people becoming dumber and dumber as years goes by, they start to lose the technology that they once had, such as basic science, fertilizers, garbage disposals, which led to the Great Garbage Avalanche in year 2505, which caused Joe to wake up from the top secret hibernation program. Joe is dizzy and confused, awaken in a moronic world where people cannot distinguish basic geometry shape, do basic math, and unable to think for themselves. The people in this society are enslaved by the corporations, do nothing beside going to work and watching television, where only short action is displayed, easily understandable by anyone. How Romania got to live in idiocracy. Poverty has always been high in Romania, over 20% in the span of decades, limiting people access to education, healthcare, and leisure activities. Poverty rate in Romania is by design, a tool used by the government to keep people hungry, unable to do much beside work, and to sit at home, watching constant television for entertainment, or to watch political party-owned TV channels, which dictates and brainwash people on how to think, how to view the world, and most importantly, what to believe. When people have no access to education, to learn to speak English, to use a computer or the internet, they are doomed to remain forever in their social class, unable to move up the social ladder. And when they do have children, the parent situation will force children to abandon school in order to help their parents with labor. And then, when these children grow up and become adults, they are left to live the same fate as their parents, to live poorly in a poor country with no better future in sight. They become radicalized, and as their only source of information is political party TV channel, or maybe some YouTube TikTok videos in their national language, where a dystopian view of society is depicted, serving conspiracy theory one after another. A lie said multiple times often becomes the truth. And then they start to believe the misinformation which is constantly thrown at them, such as the European Union is bad, making them poorer, a second-class citizen in the Union, and other conspiracy theories. Even though the GDP per capita after Romania joined the EU reached $18,419 in 2023 from $8,360 in 2007. Or do not believe the following graph, where it can be clearly seen that lower class shrinked, or that the middle class increased since Romania joined the EU in 2007. And when they are confronted with factual data, they do not believe it, as it can be manipulated or they know better. Literally everything that is proven and is coming from an official source equals fake news, but the actual fake news propagated by a fellow conspiracist with no factual data equals hard truth. They are the people which Romania accession to the EU did not help their social condition, due to lack of opportunity or to various factors, such as geographical or education constraint. How can people improve their social condition, earn more money, and live better when they have no skills other than unqualified work? While the median gross salary is way under the estimated costs, leaving people to forego various expenses or to borrow money in order to make ends meet. How was all of this by design? Well, most of it is due to an incompetent and corrupt to the bone government, which primary objective is to siphon money from the state budget and secondary objective to actually do something. 8 years later, not a single brick was laid down, but the same party got re-elected every election cycle. With investments in healthcare, education, innovation being the lowest in the EU, the problems that Romania faces are only worsening year over year, and also the burden that its citizens are facing are only going downhill with no hope of improvements. How is it to live in idiocracy? 11 million Romanians out of a total of 19 million have not read a single book last year. I would bet that at least half of those people did not also watch a documentary about some topic. Based on the statistics presented above, do you believe that the average Romanian is smarter than the average European, unlocking all the secrets of the world elites, their plans to rule the world? or that they are more like a useful idiots? How can a functional illiterate person, or a person which did not read a book in their lifetime to be able to discover or understand various terms as global elites and all the facts, the world history behind a conspiracy theory? How will these people vote and formulate their own thoughts when they did not read a single book or watch a single documentary? How will these people vote when their thoughts are manipulated either by social media, short propaganda video on TikTok, or by political party-controlled TV channel? Well, they would vote for a catastrophe. Isn't it dystopic how young people who never lived nor experienced a dictatorial regime, never read a book about communism or any dictatorial regime, never documented themselves about one, would dearly vote for one? The same young people who does not even understand the world that they are living into, as they do not even hold a job or is studying for one. The celebrities of Romania are not that far from the celebrities that are presented in the Idiocracy movie, ranging from convicted criminals, rapists, influencers, and even video chat stars in the parliament. How will these elected people fix Romania problems or improve the standard of living of its citizens when they are not at all prepared for the position they are currently holding? As depicted in the movie, most likely they will do further harm to Romania, as I highly doubt they possess basic knowledge about government role, economy, or statistics. How will these people combat corruption when they are walking buffoons? Taxes are ultimately raised to save the country budget for the next months, as incompetent government ruined it over and over again. This is how living in a true idiocracy feels like, and Romania is doomed. How to reverse this trend? At the actual rate that the country is failing in multiple areas, I do not know what the solution will be. With how the corrupt and how much the government is benefiting from the situation, I doubt that any real countermeasure will be implemented. But for the sake of the video, the obvious solutions such as financing more the education system, the healthcare system must be done as a first step. Thank you for watching till the end.